thing that I've noticed a huge difference with being vegan over the last 3 years is that the mornings are so much better. My energy is way higher right when I wake up, so I use a lot less caffeine and I'm just like ready to attack. But one of the biggest things that I've noticed in the mornings is that my mucus levels are nil. I used to just wake up, my life was a mucus party. Like my mouth, everything, my throat, everything, just couldn't get rid of that mucus for like 2-3 hours. Now, no mucus unless I'm sick, which is how it should be. Morning, ladies. How you guys doing? How you all doing? You tired of being in here? You ready to adventure? Yeah, you the loud one, huh? Always and forever. Okay, first off, let me put your stuff over here. Put your meal in. Here we go. Smoothest chicken escape ever. Go, go, go. Go, 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 go. Come on. Come on. I know, I got a big weird camera, huh? Good morning, my friends. Right now, we are going on a walk. I've been trying to implement more walks into my life. That's part of like one of the reasons that I'm really happy with being vegan is it's pushed me into doing more things and just worrying more about my own body and what it's going to become in the future. Because I used to never really care. I used to be like, what? Dude, I'm 20, man. Like my stomach's an iron lung, bro. Like I can put anything in my stomach. I can do anything I want. And from becoming vegan, I've really become like more aware of what I want in the future with my body and what makes me happy, and doing more cardio, going out into the nature is something I want to implement more, and that's all due to thinking about it more from becoming vegan. So I'm here at my physical therapy office, and one of the things that's really cool about being vegan is that whenever you're in a group situation with a lot of other people, whenever that topic gets brought up, a lot of people just start hitting you with all these food questions as if like you're a nutritionist or a dietitian, which for me is awesome because I feel like I have a decent amount of nutritional knowledge. So they'll start asking me, you know, like, well, what do you eat for this? And well, what do you do about bloating? And what about this and that? And it always leads to me telling them like, oh, well, have some more whole foods, maybe try some fiber, maybe try taking dairy out, etc., etc. And a lot of times what happens is people will start to take like these small changes and they won't realize it, but they start to move towards a plant-based lifestyle and they start to see the effects of it. I think that it's really cool that just by people finding out that you're vegan, they're willing to start listening about food and start changing their lifestyle without even realizing that they're moving towards veganism. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Yesterday was the first day that I was like, okay, I actually feel like full on good. And the day before that I was like thinking that I felt good, but I wasn't quite there yet.
Mm-hmm. So the end game here, keep going. Yeah. Feel how it sneaks in, that rib down? Okay, and stop and rest. There's actually
Okay. So out of physical therapy, I'm out here with my pops. We're checking out a used car just to see how it looks, and then if it does look good, my dad will buy these and then he'll be able to repair them because he's a mechanic, and then he'll be able to sell them in the future. But first we have to see if they are good.
That's not lined up.
This isn't.
That's not lined up.
Woo! It's clean up here. Wow. Behind me is the hand printing station right there with the bags on top of it. This is where we have printed tons and tons of shirts over the years. This is where we started Beyond the Week, where we started O2B, everything like that. And recently, LP offered to clean it up for me. And so this table had so much old ink that was dried on there and stuff. It had Chipotle bags and stuff. This trash had never been like ever thrown out. And now it's cool, I can actually move around up here. And it's kind of got me encouraged to dust off the printing and get some more ink going. Anyways, that car we were checking out, it was a dud, so pew. Oh, but of course, the power of the back and the arms. Ooh, we're gonna eat some lunch right now. So I got some like quinoa, mushrooms, green beans, corn, bell peppers, other stuff. Gonna put some sauce. It's gonna be delicious. Don't worry about me. So overall, I've been vegan for something around 3 years. It's like 2 years and 8 or 9 months. So just round it up, this is the 3-year review. When I first went vegan and I was experimenting with it, I was really expecting I was really expecting to not like it, actually, to really hate it. I was kind of doing the challenge of it just to prove that it wasn't the best diet, but that you could kind of manage with it or whatever. And I was absolutely wrong. And that's just like super normal. There's so many misconceptions, and most people think that veganism is a thing that you can do and maintain, but it's not healthy for you, and it's actually, you know, slowly degenerating your health and making you withered. That's why for me, I think it's really important that people like me who had those strong, you know, myths in their head about veganism should come on and tell people about what they've discovered with veganism, because I've had my mind switch 180, and 3 years is a long time, man, and I wouldn't have stuck this long if I didn't think it was the best choice, because I definitely make the choices in my life that I think are gonna lead to the best outcome for me. So you have my word, my Brian Turner voucher, that I absolutely think that you will feel better if you go on a vegan diet. Another thing I wanna mention is that my breathing is a lot better now that I am vegan. I'm not as labored every single day, and I think that laboring was just an inflammation, or it possibly could have just been by the amount of water weight that I had on my body. I'm not really sure. My head is a lot more clear, so when I try to come up with ideas, when I try to articulate myself on camera, for example, absolutely way snappier and way quicker. And I think this is due to, again, a lot less of a bloat and a lot less of dairy in my body and stuff, and making me wake up feeling like more lethargic and have my mind not as sharp and moving as quickly. But I definitely feel like I'm way sharper. Moving a little bit away from the health and like what I've actually seen for myself, it has definitely increased my ethical standpoint on everything. You know, it's made me a lot more aware of the world and the issues that are in the world. Like, for me, it used to be like, what's the most important thing is what's right there with me, what affects my world, my circle. But I'm realizing that like there's a lot of joy in putting your energy and attention into other people's problems and other things in the world, and trying to make the world a better place for everyone, instead of just trying to increase and better your tiny little circle or your little world. I think that when you start worrying about other people and you start trying to have compassion for other people and other beings, I feel like it brings you a lot. It makes you feel the way that humans should feel, which I feel like is compassionate towards others. Of course, along with that, I've also definitely felt a lot more empathetic and able to kind of understand other people's plights, because I've now spent a lot of my life talking about my own things that I've gone through and a lot of my own hardships, but also meeting people with amazing hardships. But that also combined with going vegan and learning more and more about how animals are treated and how animals are, you know, smart and have these relationships, and they're actually even funny and mischievous and like all these different things that you don't associate with animals. As I've like learned that, I think it's increased my empathetic level and my compassion level just for anything that's living at all. And for me, that's brought me a lot of joy. So to sum up this whole video, I think it is a no-brainer for me. I would go vegan if you have the opportunity and the chance to do it right now. If not, work towards it. But I feel so much better being vegan, and there's no chance that I will not be vegan next year and the next year and the next year and the next year and the next year. So get ready for these reviews, because they come, baby. Seriously, if you're looking for a little bit of a change in your life to see if it will, you know, lead to a better path, I really honestly do think that if you try this, go on a little bit of a challenge for maybe 2 weeks, something like that, you're gonna see some really big improvements in your life, and I don't think that you're gonna let go of this. So there we have it. I wanted to make this video just to talk about what I have noticed with being vegan myself, and hopefully get this message out to those of you who are thinking about veganism. I appreciate you checking out this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Let me just stop in the comments below. Subscribe, if you're not subscribed already. Team Beyond the Week, CT.
Lift heavy or die MIRIN, motherfucker.
Team Beyond the Week, CT.
Lift heavy or die